This Sunday at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, Nevada, we have NXT Battleground. There's a lot of cool, exciting things that are set for this program, including a 6-pack ladder match for the new NXT Women's North American Championship. It feels like NXT is the hottest product in WWE. It feels like it's one of the hottest products in professional wrestling, along with the Seeing Sexy Red on NXT. She will also be the host for NXT Battleground, and I'm super, super excited about that. But we have a very, very stacked card with a lot of cool matches, and I think that it plays a lot into the strengths of a lot of these guys. So let's get underway. We're going to start with the NXT Tag Team Championships. Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus the OC. Now, if you've been following this storyline with AJ Styles, you've noticed that he kind of ostracized Michin and the OC because they weren't picking up their slack. AJ has had enough of playing mediocre, playing nice guy, and he wants to be back at the top. And so once he felt like the OC was not reaching that level, he kind of separated him or distanced himself away from the group. This is a great way for the OC in the context of this story to prove to AJ, hey, we're still those guys. We're still the former IWGP World Tag Team Champions, and we are top guys. In addition to that, we've seen some tensions between Nathan Frazier and Axiom here and there. So I'm going to go with OC. I think the OC is going to win, and they're going to be the new NXT Tag Team Champions. Next, we have Shayna Baszler versus Lola Vice. Two people who are very, very trained and skilled at martial arts. And because of that, we're getting an NXT Underground match. I love the fact that they brought this concept back. I love the fact that they are doing something with this because it was a genius concept on Raw. It just was for the wrong audience. Underground is very MMA based. It's very something that's going to play really, really well with this UFC Apex environment. But I'm going to go Lola Vice. Shayna Baszler is a main event woman. She's a main eventer. I believe that she should be a World Women's Champion or a WWE Women's Champion. And I believe that Lola is going to go over Shayna because I feel like Lola is one of the hottest up-and-coming stars in the women's division. So I'm going to go with Lola Vice on this one. Next match we have for the NXT North American Champion. We have Obafemi versus Wesley versus Joe Coffey. On one end, you have Wesley kind of coming back and trying to complete his story from being out with that very, very gruesome injury. On the other end, you have Obafemi, who, in my opinion, is one of the most dominant NXT North American champions we've ever had and that we've ever seen. I love his work. I love his stature. I love his build. I love his presence. He has an aura to him that feels very, very tangible. And I'm a fan of his work. And then you have Joe Coffey, who's just Joe Coffey. Like, he's the man. I love Joe Coffey. I love that group, Gallus. Ooh, shout out to them. I met them at Mania 35. Like, Joe Coffey's the man. He's a phenomenal in-ring performer, big, agile, athletic. He's my type of guy. But I'm trying to figure out how long they want this Wesley comeback story to be. Because this is a triple threat match, I can see Obafemi pinning Joe Coffey after Wesley hits Joe Coffey with a finishing move. I feel like they're going to really drag out this Wesley kind of comeback story. And I think that Wesley is going to be the North American champion again, but not now, because I think that Obafemi has now and he has next. So I'm going to go with Obafemi as the winner of that match. And next, we have the 6-woman tag match. I mean, not the tag match, the 6-pack ladder match challenge for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Now, the reason why I love this so much, NXT doesn't forget. NXT doesn't forget, and NXT always rewards its fans, because how was the first ever men's NXT Women's Championship crowned? In a 6-man ladder match featuring Adam Cole, EC3, Ricochet, and others. And for this match, we have a good mix of talent of seasoned vets in NXT, a main roster women in WWE, and some up-and-coming talent. We have Sol Ruka, we have Lash Legend, we have Fallon Henley, we have Jada Parker, we have Michin, and we have Kalani Jordan. Honestly, this is difficult, but I think Jada Parker is the hottest in the game right now. First of all, Jada's promo against Meech, sis said, Meechin, this ain't black and I know you was in NXT, but this ain't black and gold. And if you get near my title, I'm turning you black and blue. That was a bar. Stop playing with him. I'm going to go with Jada Parker. Jada got my vote for that match. I think that she's going to be the first ever women's North American champion. And the next match is the NXT Women's Championship match. Roxanne Perez versus Jordynne Grace. This may be a little bit of a wild card. I believe that because that NXT really wants to establish this relationship with TNA. Don't be surprised if Jordynne Grace wins. I feel like this is one of those matches where everybody expects Roxanne to win. But think about it like this. Roxanne has history in TNA. I feel like we can possibly see Jordynne Grace win the NXT Women's Championship, be a double champion, have Roxanne go to TNA, start some stuff over there, win the title back. I think it'll be a good moment. It shows that NXT is willing to work with TNA and cross-brand as much as possible. So I'm going to go with Jordynne Grace on that one. And then last but not least, we have Trick Williams versus Ethan Page for the NXT Championship. I'm going to go with Trick Williams. I love Ethan Page. I think that he is the future of WWE if they just so happen to keep him, if he is in a long-term contract. But I feel like this is a unique adversary for Ethan Page, and I feel like this is going to cement him as one of those guys, as one of the Adam Coles, as one of the I'm trying to figure out another name, as one of the Finn Balor's. I feel like in order for Trick to be in that class, he has to go up against somebody legit. And I feel like Ethan Page is legit. I feel like all of his challengers have been legit, but I feel like it poses a new threat. And if he beats him, it puts him over. So I'm going to go with Trick Williams. And that concludes my predictions for this year's NXT Battleground, live from Vegas, hosted by Sexy Red. If my predictions was off, let me know in the comments below about your predictions for NXT Battleground.